Previously on Game of Thrones.
Da 1 a 3 siamo passati, la 2. Forse non l'ho vista io.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
Ho vinto io.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And
Ah,
I
gioco
promise,
nascondino stava
I'm
a fare.
not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
Dai.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
Ce la farò, dai.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
No. No.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me or what I'm
Infatti.
capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Sì, no.
Ethan,
Non
you
è,
should
non è
let Sir
bello, non è
Royland teach you
bello.
how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
Cioè, tu
I
sei
thought
combattere
should know
tranne
how
me,
to
insomma.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Grazie.
I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't
Non
need to
cambierò.
be like them.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new
Dai.
lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Non proprio,
It's
non
not how it
funziona così.
works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Faccio il cazzo che voglio.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Chi è? Una voce nel buio.
What's the matter?
Lord
Ah, ecco.
Whitehall has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's
non
demanding
dobbiamo-
an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision.
Tocca.
You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Mi spiace,
Fine.
devo andare.
If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Devo fare l'ordine, devo fare. Dovere. Onore. dispiace ragazzi. Sorry guys, devo andare.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give
Hanno
him any
sbagliato
satisfaction.
e non avranno
How
nessuna
dare you be
soddisfazione.
decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
Ce la posso fare. Ce la posso fare, dai. Mi fido
Now
di me.
is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill
Non è
any
niente
more
fare
than he
vedere
already
Lord
is.
Whitehill.
He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
Ha 5
All the
uomini di
more
casa
reason
Bolton,
to stand
tipo.
up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men.
Può portare tutti gli uomini che vuole, mi sembra, al volo, sull'impronta, non me l'aspettavo, devo dire.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father
Le
and brother.
condoglianze per padre e fratello.
The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Evitiamo però di ringraziarlo.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Figlio di...
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt.
Non siamo come i
It was an
frei che
oversight,
uccidono
Lord
gli
Whitehill.
ospiti.
I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit
E
on
mo sto
us for
esagerando,
generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been
non ho fatto in
different
tempo.
between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Maledetto.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Non è quello che è successo.
Not how it happened.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
Non
I haven't
l'abbiamo
seen
visto.
him. He was never here.
You little liar. I will find him. By the gods, you better hope I do, because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady
Sembra abbastanza
Forrester.
Stark.
You bellow
Sembra
like a
uguale.
wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, Then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Se lo ricorderà. Ma non me la sono
Your
levata
son did
malissimo,
well,
dai.
my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You
Bene.
were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Luce. E io dissi sia fatta la luce, non luce gialla. Luce. Meglio.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Margaery
pure lei,
Tyrell's
però.
favor. And Lady Margaery's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ok. Facciamo lei, perfetto. Che ci stava dentro? Mi prude il naso. Monete degli Yunkai.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Salta, spilla di alto giardino. Ah, dei Tyrell.
It was very kind of Lady Margaery to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Oh, la regina di spine. No, prima vediamo questo.
Ethan made this for me.
Ah, sono bravo allora. Guarda, prima guarda, poi leggi.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Margaery has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances.
Gran bella ragazza, Margaery.
I miss all
Gran
of
bella
you,
ragazza.
and I look forward to the day you can.
Anche secondo me non è vergine, manco per niente. Ma per niente, non esiste proprio. Ok, sì, vai. Libro, tomo polveroso.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Braccio. Compianto,
I
Roderick.
hope to see them all someday.
Una bella vista all'oceano.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Lettera da mamma. Ah, girati, vai. Ecco.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Margaery to intervene on our behalf.
Ok,
She is
lo
our
farò.
best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Sì? Andiamo. Chi c'è sta?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, dimmi.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Vieni pure. Cos'è?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Sta bene.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Mai fidarsi dell'approdo del re, mai. Mai.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Margaery will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Margaery? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Margaery just this morning, outside the Royal Seps, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Oh. La leonessa.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Cosa?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know.
Grazie.
Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You
Posso
see and
capirlo.
hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Potrebbe rivelarsi un alleato prezioso.
Lady Margaery, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Lady Margaery.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
No.
She was very pleased with herself.
Non so,
Her
traditrice.
face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Traditrice di
Of
nuovo.
course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know.
Capofatto.
She's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the
Cosa dovevi
wedding so
dire?
near.
Bravo, dimmi
What do I
qualcosa.
say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ok, va bene, lo farò.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Che vuoi tu, che guardi?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Ok, starò attento. Starò attento. No, aspetta, non torna qualcosa.
Good luck.
Vai. Siamo pronti. Trono di spade. Bello.
You can do this.
Grazie, ce la farò. Ok, sì. Tyrion. Grande.
Ah, Lady Margaery. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission,
Presa molto bene,
allow me to
devo dire.
introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Chi è nel
I am
capo?
honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
All'unico
He's
vero
not
re.
here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Dammi
Yes,
ragione,
Your
va.
Grace. They are traitors.
Non mi piace però questa cosa, non mi piace dargli
Starks were your
ragione.
liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty, if you have any loyalty at all? Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Lui non
He
lo
is the
detto.
Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions, while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Sì, ma sta,
Yes, Your
hai
Grace.
ragione. Così la si
It would be a
tranquillizza
shame to
magari.
see it fall into the hands of another house. I
Brava,
imagine you'd
quindi
do
devi
almost
difenderci.
anything to
Qui
prevent
devi
it from
difenderci.
happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Devo farlo per forza, così sta
I
contenta.
see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Ecco, ho combattuto, appunto.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
No.
I
Non
won't
giudicarla.
judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Brava.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question.
Che dovrei fare?
And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person who you serve, what would you do then?
Oddio.
I'm sure she
Let
would...
the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Devo dirlo. E devo dire per forza il mio
The
re.
king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Ho capito, Margaery, mi hai detto di dire quello che voleva.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Ma ce l'ha detto solo perché me l'hai detto te, non per altro, eh. Però penso di aver fatto una buona impressione su Tyrion.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Margaery.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester.
Sì.
Lady Margaery might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Cavolo.
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
Forse lui è di cui ci si può fidare a Approdo del Re.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mamma mia.
Mira, I was worried.
Che l'altra ancella, mi sembra.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
No.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Meglio,
Of course
si sa mai.
not.
Non
It must have
filiamoci.
been horrible.
Sono rosa.
But at least it's over now. Lady Margaery has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Margaery could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Sogna bella.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Mai, mai.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Margaery well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
Sì,
I
poi
might even
farebbe...
allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Certo, 2 volte.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Incazzata.
Well, Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
L'ho
This
detto
is not a
soltanto
game.
per...
It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Guarda che l'ho detto
King's
soltanto perché
Landing
mi hai
can
detto
be
tu,
exhausting
non per altro.
sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Ha ragione.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to
Vero,
please you.
è vero, sono convinto. Ne
You
sono convinto
learn
di ciò.
very quickly. Your
vedi,
words to
sei contenta di
Cersei
me.
were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Chiediamo l'aiuto, dobbiamo farlo per forza. Secondo me per forza.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Vabbè, diciamoglielo.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Non contraddiciamola troppo, non si sa mai.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Ti sarò debitrice per sempre.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Sono le parole giuste. Dai.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Margaery, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Meno male. Almeno questa l'abbiamo fatta, sì. No? Ah, ok, Gareth. Ma forse si combatte un po', dai, sono un po' stanco, voglio combattere.
Seven hells.
shall we?
No, maledetto.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Non te va a vedere.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen.
Immobile, non ti muovere, stai fermo.
There.
Non lo fare. No. No, stai fermo.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Stai fermo, non ti muovere.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Oddio. Ora andare addosso da qualcosa. A me è rimasto qualcuno, ne sono sicuro. Ne sono sicuro.
Bloody hell.
Ok ragazzi, questo altro episodio è stato parecchio politico, molto più strategico rispetto al primo, un po' forse meno entusiasmante, però sicuramente molto interessante. Mi sta piacendo davvero molto, sono convinto e contento di aver fatto questa scelta e spero vi stia piacendo anche a voi. E quindi io vi ringrazio di aver seguito anche questo episodio, come sempre ringrazio le pagine sostenitrici Game of Thrones Italian Fan e traduzione Game of Thrones in italiano, trovate i loro link in descrizione, pagina Facebook di entrambe e il blog di Game of Thrones Italian Fan. E inoltre ricordatevi di iscrivervi al nostro canale, mettere mi piace, condividere e commentare sotto i nostri video, fare mi piace ovviamente anche alla nostra pagina Facebook e se volete iscrivetevi, leggete anzi il nostro blog, anche se è un po' che lo lasciamo in disuso. Comunque sia, guardate anche i nostri video, iscrivetevi al canale e ci vediamo alla prossima puntata.